Every Country in the World, Part 2. Welcome to Best Wonders. This is the second part of our series about every country in the world divided into continents. For this video, we'll continue with North and South America. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you get more videos like this. Now, let's move on to the video. Let's start with North America. Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua and Barbuda are considered low-lying islands, with its highest peak, Mount Obama, standing at 1,319 feet above sea level. Even though Obama has never visited Antigua and Barbuda, this mountain, which was formerly known as Boggy Peak, was given the name Mount Obama in 2009. St. Kitts and Nevis, Monkey Hill, Gingerland, Rices, Computer, Canada, Fig Tree, Halfway Tree, and a host of other delightfully named locations can be found in the smallest country in the Americas, both in terms of land area and population. Jamaica. Jamaica, another Caribbean nation, also has incredible place names. They have Poor Man's Corner, White House, Light Hole, Rest and Be Thankful, and Me No Sen You No Come. Guatemala. In Guatemala, there are almost 1 million people. This is due to the fact that the country of Guatemala is divided into 22 departments, with Guatemala City's headquarters being in the Guatemala department. Belize. Belize is the only nation in Central America where English is the official language because it was once a British colony. Mexico. The Great Pyramid of Cholula, with a total volume estimated at over 14.6 million cubic feet, is located in Mexico and is both the world's largest pyramid and monument. Canada. Canada also has the largest number of lakes and the longest coastline. Canada is thought to have more lakes than the rest of the world combined. Panama. Panama is the nation that straddles 2 continents and 2 oceans. Panama connects North and South America. Because Panama is so far south, the entire nation is further south than Venezuela and northern Colombia, both of which are in South America. Trinidad and Tobago. One of the hottest peppers in the world can also be found in Trinidad and Tobago. The Trinidad Scorpion Butch tea pepper, which is native to Trinidad and Tobago, has an incredible 1.4 million Scoville heat units. Grenada. Grenada, a different Caribbean nation, is referred to as the Island of Spice because it produces a lot of mace and nutmeg. Grenada, like the other Caribbean islands, was created by volcanic activity. Barbados. The world's oldest commercial rum distillery, Mount Gay Rum, is located in Barbados and dates all the way back to 1703. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The oldest botanical garden in the Western Hemisphere can be found in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Since 1765, this area has been committed to protecting endangered plant species. Dominica. Dominica is one of the only 2 sovereign states in the world that has the color purple in their flag. Nicaragua. The other is Nicaragua, although some might argue that the purple on the Nicaraguan flag is actually violet. Dominican Republic. Everything related to European colonialism in the Western Hemisphere started in the Dominican Republic. The oldest continuously inhabited European settlement in the Americas is located in Santo Domingo, the capital and largest city of the Dominican Republic. Haiti. In 1804, Haiti formally proclaimed its independence from France. As a result, it established itself as the first independent country in Latin America and the Caribbean, the second republic in the Americas, the first nation to abolish slavery, and the only state ever founded as a result of a successful slave uprising. USA. The United States has maintained its position of being the world's largest economy since 1871. The economy is so large that the US is often noted as an economic superpower, and this is due to the fact that it makes up almost a quarter of the global economy. Cuba. Cuba is home to a large number of endemic bird species that are unique to the island nation. Examples include the Cuban torgon, the national bird whose colors are similar to those of the flag, the angry-looking Cuban grassquit, and the bee hummingbird, which is the smallest bird in the entire world. Bahamas. The Bahamas draw millions of tourists each year, the majority of them arriving via cruises, despite being situated within the Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle. Saint Lucia. Saint Lucia is the only country in the world to be named after a historical woman. Costa Rica. One of the few nations in the world without an army is Costa Rica. The United States protects Costa Rica, and Costa Rica has an alliance with it, so starting a war with them is a bad idea. El Salvador and Honduras. El Salvador and Honduras engaged in one of the most bizarre wars in history, the Football War. Yes, a football match between these two countries actually started a war. A tipping point in land reform and immigration issues between El Salvador and Honduras occurred in 1969, shortly after these two countries' matches in the World Cup qualifying tournament. The conflict began when Honduras was attacked by the military of El Salvador. Before a ceasefire order was issued, the war lasted for 4 days. Greenland. Greenland is almost entirely covered by an ice cap. The Greenland ice sheet covers over 1.06 million square miles and, after Antarctica, is the world's second largest body of ice. Combined, they hold 99% of the planet's freshwater reserves. Curaçao. Curaçao is famous for its orange-flavored liquor by the same name. There are many orange-flavored liquors out there, but only the ones made in Curaçao use the peels for the Lahara orange, which is unique to the island of Curaçao. Bermuda. It was originally known as the Isle of Devils, thanks in part to its sometimes stormy weather, its loud indigenous birds, and its encircling treacherous ring of coral reef that bedevil the seas. Anguilla. Anguilla is the only country to feature a dolphin on its flag. Cayman Islands. A secret lagoon on Grand Cayman is one of a handful of places in the world where the phenomenon of bioluminescence can be found. Best described as underwater fairy dust, it is caused by a single-cell organism reacting with the water, which results in a green or blue light. Puerto Rico. Like any Caribbean paradise, Puerto Rico is most popular for its beaches. On the main island, Luquillo Beach is extremely popular. You can walk along white sand for miles and lounge underneath coconut palms. Now for South America. Argentina. Argentina will be the first nation on the list because it is home to the highest mountain on the continent and in both the western and southern hemispheres. Climbers on top of the 23,000-foot high Aconcagua are the highest people on the surface of the earth at the time of summiting, because mountains of this size can only be ascended in the corresponding summer month. This is because the seasons are backward in the northern hemisphere, making it impossible to climb in the Himalayas simultaneously. Bolivia. Bolivia stands out because of its extremely high proportion of indigenous people in the population. While many other South American countries have ethnic diversity issues as a result of colonial endeavors in the latter half of the last millennium, Bolivians, who live in the most remote country in South America due to its mountainous topography, have maintained their ethnic identity. Brazil. Brazil is the largest country in South America in almost every way. Due to its size and dominant central position within the continent, it borders 9 other nations, placing it third in the world in terms of the number of borders. In fact, Brazil borders every country in South America except for Ecuador and Chile. Chile. Chile is only the 37th largest country in the world, so it doesn't even come close to competing in the same league as Brazil. However, Chile does stand out because its north-south dimension spans over 40 degrees of latitude and 2,900 miles. As measured from north to south, this makes it the world's longest nation, with its combination of mountainous landscapes, Pacific and Caribbean coasts, as well as a sizable portion of the Amazon rainforest. Colombia, which is located on the opposite tip of the continent, stands out for having an incredible biodiversity. It is home to about 10% of all species in the world. Ecuador. Due to the planet's centrifugal forces, the equator runs directly through it, giving the country its name. This bulges the Earth into an elliptical shape. Ecuador holds the record for being the farthest from the Earth's core because it is home to the highest point in altitude on the equator line. Guyana. The Cayatur Falls in Guyana holds the title of being the world's largest single-drop waterfall by volume of water flowing over it. This waterfall is 740 feet high. Its average flow rate is 2,200 cubic feet per second. Paraguay. Paraguay is home to the world's largest water reserve. The Guarani Aquifer, located underneath Paraguay, is an important source of fresh water, stretching 750,000 square miles with a volume of 25,000 cubic miles. It could supply fresh drinking water to the world for around 200 years. Peru. The deepest canyon in the world, the Cotahuasi Canyon, which is located in Peru and is one of the planet's most extreme natural phenomena, is sandwiched between two mountain masses with heights of 21,000 and 20,000 feet respectively. Suriname. The fact that this nation is one of only 3 in the world with Dutch as its official language makes it stand out as well. Uruguay. Uruguay stands out in so many ways for the better that it was difficult to focus on just one. Its liberal and democratic government has accomplished many admirable things, such as reducing corruption to a level comparable to that of France or the US and switching almost entirely to renewable energy sources for the nation's energy needs. Venezuela. Venezuela is home to the capybara, also known as chiguire, the largest rodent in the world and native to the Venezuelan savannas. Capybaras are friendly herbivore animals that graze mainly on grasses, fruit, and tree bark. They are excellent swimmers and can remain underwater for up to 5 minutes and use this ability to escape from predators. Did you know any of the facts listed in this video? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell for more of the world's best wonders.